Hello. This freaking Laura here with Lawyering Outside the Lines. Sorry, we've been laughing. So anyways, I can't hold it in now because now I'm just in a weird mood. But anyways, January is a busy month for us here at MVL for a bunch of different reasons. One, we offer family law in our services and for part of our services. And in January, that's a super busy month for people to file divorce. And so every time somebody chatbots at us, I'm like, okay, Laura, you're on. It's you. So she's been super busy, especially. But also, it's the start of our speaking season for Laura and I. And today, we wanted to talk a little bit about some of our speaking gigs that we have coming up and what they're about, some of these conferences, because we would love for you guys to join us, for us to, meet you if you're there or if you're able to join us. So first, I'll start. The first thing coming up is actually next Friday and Saturday, January 31st and February 1st. I'm going to go out to Atlanta to meet up with the lovely ladies of Atlanta Legal Tech. They do a reboot summit, I think a couple times a year. And so this is their first summit this year. What their summit is, it's really to help elevate your practice through, a community of lawyers and legal professionals, I can say that word, and entrepreneurs and innovators. So they have kind of a variety of speakers that come and also, have some panel discussions and do some workshops. So I'm really excited to see them and really excited to be a part of that. So that is the first thing that is coming up. And Laura can kind of tell you about what's coming after that.
Yep. So you guys know we have fun. So apparently,
I'm sorry, I couldn't start the convo.
I
thought I was going to be able to do it. I was strong.
Was in giggle mode when we started she hit the button and was, zen. And then once it started, it was just gone again. So we like to have fun here at MVL. And I appreciate every day the fun that we have. So February is a month that I am speaking 3 times, and towards the end of the month, which is good because that gives me a little bit more time to get prepared for everything. But the first thing that's coming up is going to be on February 26th, and that is the Women of Legal Tech Conference. And this Women of Legal Tech started off with a recognition award that was started by one of Brooke's co-board members of the ABA Tech Show, and Heidi Alexander. And that was started maybe 5-6 years ago. And this is the 3rd year for them to actually have a conference before the ABA Tech Show starts. And it's the first year that they're actually incorporated within the American Bar Association. So the conference is going to be on the 26th of February, which is the day before Tech Show starts officially. And I guess it's the first day of Tech Show officially now that they are a part of it. But the organization is specifically focused on women and how to close the gap of gender roles within the legal tech industry. And in February, the day that we have on the 26th is really devoted to learning more about what people are doing across the nation in order to try to, further legal technology and figure out ways to incorporate women in roles that they're not traditionally in the legal tech industry. And so we have our award ceremony then for our honorees, which both Brooke and I are past honorees, and very excited to have the new class ushered in. But we're also having speakers in the morning. We do what's called Ignite sessions, where people talk about just specific things, things that we can focus on to close that gender gap, and have broaden more women in legal tech industry, and how we can decrease that gender gap. And so my talk there is about, it's titled Legal Tech Equals Lifestyle Hack. Traditional practice is difficult, as we all know. It's a very cumbersome, kind of time-consuming way to practice law, and women especially are leaving traditional practice because it's not conducive to have a great lifestyle outside of work. And women are the ones who traditionally are caregivers for children and that kind of thing. But even though I don't have kids, traditional practice is not for me in a lot of ways as well. So women tend to leave the legal industry a lot more than men do. And so what I'm going to be talking about is how women and men can use technology in their practice so that they can have a better lifestyle and keep using their brain and their legal knowledge to practice law, but lessen their time commitment. If you have a traditional practice, we want to lessen that time commitment. I'm a little bit off now too, because we were talking about other stuff before we got on the live, but so I'm
staying zen. I'm trying not to trigger you with my laughter.
No, you're good. You're good. So I'm really excited about speaking. It's my second year speaking with the Women of Legal Tech Conference, and I'm really excited about being in that environment. We do workshops in the afternoon, and it's just a really great group of people, women and men, that go to this particular conference. After that, Tech Show starts, and the full thrust of all of the legal tech stuff that the American Bar Association puts on is going to be from February 27th through the 29th. And I'm speaking twice at Tech Show. This is my first year to speak at Tech Show, so super excited about that. And I'm speaking with two different women for my two different talks, and they're both amazing. I've been friends with one for a long time, and the other is a new friend. We have a lot in common, and she lives in Chicago, which I'm the former resident of Chicago. I love going and visiting there. But my first talk is going to be, it's titled Limited Scope, Unlimited Possibilities. As you guys know, we practice limited scope representation 100% here at MBL. And, I think it's one of those things that it has either a bad rap, people do it wrong. They think that it's not going to make as much money. And it's one of those things where there's just a huge untapped market out there. And so we're going to be talking about limited scope and how that's going to increase your client base and give you more possibilities for, again, kind of what I'm going to talk about at the Women of Legal Tech Conference, lessening your time commitment with your clients so that you can have a better lifestyle as well. The second talk that I'm doing is going to be Power in Your Palm, making your practice smartphone friendly. It is 2020, and if you are a person who still pushes paper in your law firm, you got to get on the bandwagon of technology. And smartphone technology is not just for you with your practice, but it's also for your clients. So, for example, like we use a client portal that our clients can also download on their smartphone, so that if they want to send me messages, they don't have to necessarily be on their computer. So, we're going to be talking about different tools, different ways to modernize your practice and make pretty much everything you do, except going to court, if you're a person who goes to court, smartphone friendly, so that you don't have to be tied to your desk all the time and your clients have a better experience.
Right. So we're super excited about Tech Show. I'm super excited that Laura is also going to be participating in the Women of Legal Tech Summit. It is really awesome. The camaraderie and collaboration and the environment is just really intoxicating when you're there. So I'm super excited to once again participate in that, this time as somebody that's there to support Laura and all the other women. But for Tech Show, this is my third year speaking, and I was an attendee for a few years prior to that. And so also this is my first year on the Tech Show planning board. So I am super extra excited about all the things that are coming up with Tech Show this year. It's going to be really cold, but the sessions are super hot, like Laura said. We have a track this year on wellness, which obviously Laura and I are huge proponents of wellness. It just kind of trickles into everything we talk about, even if we're not specifically talking about wellness. And if you've watched us for any amount of time, you know that wellness is very much a foundation, a priority for us here at MBL and in our personal lives. So I'm excited. One of my sessions that I'm going to be speaking on this year at Tech Show is called Walking the Walk, the Purpose-Based Practice. And essentially what that is creating a law practice based on a lawyer's passions and interests. You want to be able to be fully invested, but you want to be able to have personal and professional satisfaction. So, it's tech show, so we're talking about how you can kind of leverage technology in that effort, to create those businesses and create that lifestyle, but also be able to allow your business to achieve its fullest potential. And then also we're going to talk a little bit about, the challenges, the benefits of redefining your practice, while also affirming your commitment to legal careers. And so my co-presenter, and I told Laura, I want to give them a shout out, but I cannot pronounce any of my co-presenters' last names. I'm sorry, I will learn your last names, but I'm looking forward to presenting with Helen on that. And then the second one that I'm presenting on is called Eureka, the Science of Well-Being. I'm super, super excited about this one. I'm actually a moderator on this particular, it's a panel. And so the co-panelists are amazing, and it's really about the science of the well-being. And I really nerd out when I get into the science. It's mind-blowing. So if you've not spent any time in like the actual quantum physics and science, and I know that may be like, but it's really, really, really good. And so I'm super excited to participate in that and to be able to moderate that. But really it's talking about, creating that practice, based on some of those things, but also getting into, I'm laughing at myself again, I'm sorry. But anyways, it's just one of those days, guys. Really, from a science perspective. So I'm super excited to share how you can actually, create these things, create the satisfaction and fulfillment, manifest the practice you want kind of from the inside out. So, and the third session that I'm speaking on is how to create and run a virtual law practice, because obviously that is, who we are, what we do. And so in that session, Charity and I will be talking about how to, actually build that, what challenges, what, systems and processes you can use. And also we're going to touch a little bit on the ethical stuff, because Laura and I get a lot of questions about, the ethical piece of operating, in a virtual space. And so that is my last session at Tech Show. And then the other thing that we wanted to mention, if you were local here in Arkansas, is in March, on March the 5th, it's a Thursday, the Bowen Young alumni every year does a day at the races at Oaklawn. And so I don't have the times yet. We'll share all that information when we have it. But I'm going to go speak on a 2-hour panel about law and technology with a little bit of access to justice kind of incorporated in. So that's a super fun day. Come out, hang out, get some CLE, and actually, learn a little bit about technology and access issues, and ask your questions, and then hang out afterwards. So thank you guys so much for joining us today for Lawyering Outside the Lines. I know we're kind of getting used to making this transition, so I hope people that have been following us over on our other page have made their way over to this page. But anyway, so those are some things. Reach out. We'll try to post some links so you know how to register, what the dates are. You can save some of those. If you have questions, feel free to ask us. If you're at the events, please let us know. Find us. We'd like to meet you and talk to you. If you don't go to Tech Show, since this is my first year on the planning board, it's going to hurt my feelings if you don't go. But just kidding. But thank you guys so much. And we will be back here next Tuesday. I believe that's the 28th at 1 Eastern, 12 Central, 11 Mountain, and 10 Pacific time. And we're going to surprise you with the topic again, because that's what we're doing in January. So have a great week. Thanks, guys. Bye.